Imagínate crecer con un papá que es un gorila. Mi padre tiene el récord del monólogo más largo en México y mi padre se volvió un gorila. Entonces yo crecí con un chango en mi casa. Claro, no, es que es verdad. Y ver a tu papá, o sea, no es como que vas con tu papá a la oficina o lo ves trabajando de que en la computadora o mi papá es abogado y entonces las leyes y me regañan. No, aquí era de que mi papá es un gorila y dudar si tu padre es un animal o no. Y entonces si yo quiero hacer eso y entonces todo es un drama desde... Mi papá tiene una historia, es que todo, ¿sabes? Como mi papá tiene una historia muy buena, que estaba peleando en el coche y yo me acuerdo que yo iba con él y él iba a ser el driver. Eso es lo que pasa cuando vives en dos lugares.
¿Quién iba conduciendo?
Y el chofer, conductor.
El que estaba conduciendo el coche.
Y el que estaba conduciendo el coche de adelante se bajó a pelearse con mi papá y mi papá, o sea, les juro, se volvió otra persona. Quiero decir, entró en personaje y me acuerdo que hizo así, como si cortara cartucho. Y yo creo que el taxista o el que iba manejando dijo, mierda, y agarró. Y yo le vi la cara de susto y se regresó a su coche. Y mi padre no tenía una pistola. Mi padre... íbamos por un helado.
You guys know the worst part about smashing? I didn't think about the cleaning up part before I filled her. You know, there's a whole part afterwards. And you know when you're just laying in your room together thinking about what the hell do we do now? Meanwhile, she's like a Twinkie. I don't know, I looked around my room and I just couldn't see anything. In hindsight, I had a bunch of shirts and like endless options that I could have given her. Literally just anything for her to clean up a little bit. But we decided that the best thing that she could do was to go to the bathroom, which was all the way down the hall through my living room. And I don't know about you guys, but my family just stays in the living room constantly. I guess it's an older people thing to just want to watch TV all the time. But trust me, we didn't think it out. It was just the best option that we thought we had. So like, she stood up, kind of cupping down there. She managed to throw on her clothes, but dear God, it had to have been going everywhere. And then she had to do her little waddle past both of my parents. And you know, my luck, they literally noticed. Like for part 2. Do you guys know the worst part about smashing? I didn't think about the cleaning up part before I filled her. You know, there's a whole part afterwards. And you know when you're just laying in your room together thinking about what the hell do we do now? Meanwhile, she's like a Twinkie. I don't know, I looked around my room and I just couldn't see anything. In hindsight, I had a bunch of shirts and like endless options I could have given her. Literally just anything for her to clean up a little bit. But we decided that the best thing that she could do would be to go to the bathroom, which was all the way down the hall through my living room. And I don't know about you guys, but my family just stays in the living room constantly. I guess it's an older people thing to just want to watch TV all the time. But trust me, we didn't think it out. It was just the best option that we thought we had. So like, she stood up, kind of cupping down there. She managed to throw on her clothes, but dear God, it had to have been going everywhere. And then she had to do her little waddle past both of my parents. And you know, with my luck, they literally noticed. Like if you want part 2.
If breaking up with your partner breaks your trust in other people, you never were actually in love with your partner. That is attachment.
Have you ever met a pathological liar? I have. Actually, I had a best friend in high school who was a pathological liar. I'm gonna tell you the entire story about this bitch. Oh my god. Because I feel like I'm at a place in my life where I can finally tell a story because I'm never again going to have relations with this girl. Like, I'm literally just so done with her and her friend group. So, like, let's just spill the tea, why don't we? So, in high school, freshman year, no, it was my sophomore year, my mother got in contact with this woman on Facebook. This woman on Facebook posted and was like, my daughter just moved to this new school, my school, and she needs friends and somebody to walk to the bus with her. And my mom was like, my daughter will walk to the bus with your daughter. Against my will, obviously. However, at the time, I was also low-key in need of friends too. So, this girl and her mom came to my house and we met, and it was very awkward at first, but we walked to school the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that, and slowly we clicked and we became best friends. Okay. So every single day, me and this girl walk to the bus stop and home from the bus stop. So obviously, we're talking a lot, exchanging stories and lies, if you will. I'm pretty sure this girl is the reason why my lie detection skills are as prime as they are to this day. You know, she's the reason. So, you know, I can thank you for that. I needed someone to help me develop this skill. Thank you. So one time we were walking home, and this is like the first time I caught her in like a lie. Like, I obviously didn't call her out on it, you know, because I was like, yeah, you're my best friend. But we're walking home and talking about how we want to go to Coachella, because Coachella is so cool. And she goes, yeah, I went to Coachella last year. Mind you, I'm like, I was like 16 and she was like 15, right? Because I was a sophomore and she was a freshman. Okay. If you know anything about Coachella, you know that you have to be 18 to go. I didn't know that when she told me, when she was originally like telling me. So in the moment I was like, yeah, wow, that's really cool. So I was like believing her in the moment. But then I went home and I was like looking up stuff and like researching Coachella and stuff, and then I saw that you had to be 18 to go, and then that's when I knew that she was bullshitting me, especially because she had told me that she had like met a bunch of celebrities and shit there, and I was like, no fucking way, bro, that's so cool. But then I knew for a fact it was a fucking lie, and from that point on I was catching her in lies all the time. One time she even did the classic, oh, my cousin is this celebrity. I don't remember which one she said. I'm pretty sure she said it was like Shawn Mendes, like some classic bullshit like that. I don't remember, but she pulled that bullshit and I was like, really? Anyways, the thing about pathological liars is that they don't like actively realize that they're lying 90% of the time. They're just like doing it, you know? So they won't remember their lies, and sometimes they'll mess up and they'll double up on their lies, and they like won't match up to what they've said in the past. And that's how I caught her a lot, and like she would fuck up, you know? And I was so over it. So one day I sent her this long ass paragraph and I was like, I'm so over it. Like, you've lied about this and this and this. Because it started getting to the point where she would like lie about stupid petty shit. Like in like our friendships and our relationships. And like it wouldn't even just be about like silly, like, oh, I went to Coachella. Oh, my family member's famous. Like stuff like that. It would be like stuff within our friendship now. So I was like, I can't do this. I can't be friends with someone like this. So then I block her and move on, and we don't have any contact. There's not really any beef, no drama, nothing. For years, okay? And then last year, when I went to that 4th of July,
The reason most couples argue is because you guys are both making your own assumptions about what the other person's thinking, their intentions. Oh, you probably did this because you didn't care about me. I'm gonna be honest, that's very unreasonable. Assuming that your partner has malicious motives to hurt your heart sounds like the perfect formula for you to continue your avoidant behavior, for you to choose to protect yourself, defend yourself, not be a part of this relationship.
Trigger warning, there is DV mentioned in the story time. Also, I'm going to speak very quickly because there's a lot of details and I don't want this to be a two-parter. Let's get into it. Now, I was in a 7-year relationship that ended very, very bad. I have a 13-part story time about that. It's bananas. Now, I'm healing from that situation. I'm like 2 or 3 years out from it, and I decide I want to start dating again. I get on Hinge. I meet this man who is from I think Kansas or Kentucky, black cowboy from the country. Think Taylor without the money, the locks, or the arch in his back. Now, we get to dating. I'm taking it slow. I just got out of a really crazy situation with a man that stalked me for a year after we broke up, and I just don't trust men. So we decide that we're going to take it slow. It's about a month and a half in. He invites me out to a party that his friend is throwing. I go to the party. I meet all of his friends. It was a really cute time. We're holding hands the entire time. He's taking care of me. It was real sweet. I decide I'm going to let him crack. Because at that point in time, I thought he deserved. I take him home with me. I'm lit. I'm litter than lit at this point. We get to getting it. 10 minutes in, I get mine, I roll over, fall asleep accidentally. I said, give me a minute because the room was spinning. That minute turned into REM sleep. Now, I start feeling this. I wake up, I turn over, it's him. All he says to me is, am I a fucking piece of meat? Whoa, it's a lot of aggression. It's a lot of aggression. I'm like confused because I'm asleep and you know, it's a lot going on. Mans gets so mad that he takes all of his clothes, puts his shit back on, and leaves. Whoa, I go to sleep. I have work in the morning. I wake up, go to work the next day. I'm at my desk. I'm starting to feel bad. I go ahead and I start texting him. And I'm like, yo, my bad. Because I understand what it could feel like to feel like you're being used, you know, especially in those circumstances. I'm not apologizing for not allowing you to coerce me because like, fuck you. But I will apologize if it was read in the wrong way. He in turn apologizes to me as well. And he was like, my bad. I didn't mean to like snap on you. Honestly, it was the liquor, whatever. He's like, let's try it again. How about you come over to my place tonight? Cause I'm always going to your spot and I'll cook us dinner. And then you can spend the night and we'll wake up in the morning and do something real cute. Cool. I go home after work so I can pack me an overnight bag. I'm talking to one of my roommates and she's like my bestie. So we're like chatting about it. And I tell her I'm starting to feel like kind of weird. She is fully informed of what I just came out of. So she's like, you know, you're probably just triggered about that situation. But she met the man before. She's like, he's a really nice guy. I don't think he's gonna do you dirty. Like, girl, just go, have a good time. So I'm like, all right, cool. I still feel weird about it though. I get in my car, I get to driving. He's like an hour and 10 minutes outside of LA. Fucking bananas. Just far. But he said he liked it that way because it reminded him of home. He lived in a part of the valley where there was like horses and like cows and stuff. On my drive there, I'm talking to another one of my homegirls, right? And I'm giving her the 411. I'm telling her how I feel. She basically gave me the same advice that my bestie gave me. But she was like, if anything, I have your location and all you got to do is text me SOS or whatever. And I will blow your phone up until you answer and I'll make up some shit that you got to leave right now. She was like, I'll pretend like I'm your family or whatever the case may be. So I was like, period. Thank you so much. I love you. I love women. I got my heart. So, I get there. It is in the cut. It's in the middle of nowhere. I park. He lives in a back house behind this big ass like ranch kind of house, right? And he meets me out front because I didn't just want to like walk on these people's property. When he walks up to me, y'all, I swear he smelled like a bottle of Cabernet. The man smelled like a Catholic church on Easter Sunday. He literally was, I don't know, it was like coming from his pores, just red wine, drunk, stumbling. I was like, how in the fuck? It's 6 p.m. So I'm like, are you good? And he's like, yeah, my bad. I ended up drinking the bottle accidentally waiting on you to get here. I got here on time. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. So he's like, there's a country store down the road. Let's just walk there real quick, get another bottle and head back. I said, all right. As we're walking there, I realized I still got my big ass bag, my overnight bag and my purse. You ain't asked to hold not one of them. Now I'm in a mood. We walking back from the store. He got the bottle of wine. I still got my 2 bags. I say something and I know that I said it with an attitude because what? So we're already starting off on a bad foot. We get inside his house and I noticed the entire apartment smells like a vanilla candle and it don't smell like food. So I say, hey, I'm hungry. Where's the food? He goes, my bad, I ate already. The fuck are you talking about? Now I'm pissed. He goes, don't worry though, I got you. Pulls out a frozen pizza, pops it in the oven. Now I'm livid. Sorry y'all, somebody called. I'm very upset because not only did you get a pizza, you got a meat lover's pizza. At this time, I was fully vegetarian. I can't even eat that shit. He said, I'll pick the pepperonis off. What? So I'm texting my homegirl the whole time, SOS. Like, girl, I can't do this. He looks at me and he's like, I can't believe you're texting. Like, I thought you were here for me and we're supposed to be hanging out and getting to know each other and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe I'm still trying to rationalize. And I'm like, maybe it's me. I'm tripping. So I notice he has a guitar. I bring it up. He's like, yo, let me play you something. He goes to look for his guitar pick, can't find it, throws a tantrum like a 10-year-old whose PlayStation won't work. Just like, and I'm like, yo, you're actually out of your mind. He realizes that he probably left his pick in his car. So he said, I'm gonna go to the car real quick. I'll be right back. As soon as he leaves, I call my friend immediately. And I'm like, yo, this man is bugging. I explain the situation. She's like, get out of there. As soon as I'm about to tell her, like, yeah, I'm finna leave right now. He walks back in. I make up some excuse. I'm like, yes, I'll make sure to have that memo on your desk first thing Monday morning. Hang up the phone. Because I don't need you to know that I'm talking to my friend. I'm calling SOS. So he walks in, and even with him hearing that and him assuming that it's a work call, he still loses on me. He's like, you lose it on me. God damn, I can't speak. He loses it on me. So he's like, I can't believe you. You come all the way over here. It's supposed to be about us having a good time, and you over here texting on your phone. You calling people on your phone. You doing this. You doing that. What about me? What about me? And I said, you know what? Fuck you. I gotta go. I start packing my shit, and I'm like, yo, you're bugging. I don't feel safe. I don't feel comfortable. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. He goes, blocks the door, says you're not going anywhere. What? Jeepers creepers. Now I'm scared. The fuck are you on? So I'm like, yes, I am. And the inner New York in me starts bucking up, because now I'm like, I gotta fight you. As soon as I'm like about to, he starts bawling, crying, y'all. I'm not even joking, no exaggeration. Bawling, crying, weeping. He goes, you're not gonna leave me. Everybody leaves me. I don't understand. Every bitch leaves me. Everybody leaves me. He just kept on repeating it. I'm shooketh. Okay, jaw on the ground, flabbergasted. I don't know what to do at this point in time. It's a horror film. So I decide I'm gonna finesse, because I know coming at that with more aggression is not gonna end well. So I'm like, no, it's not you, it's me. I'm about to start my period probably. I'm still hungover from last night. Like, I'm sorry. I should have came here with better energy. Like, let's just do this again tomorrow. I just want to go home. I want to sleep in my own bed. He buys it. He opens the door and he says he's gonna walk me to my car. Cool. As we're walking to the car, he's still crying. He stops me at one point, lifts my chin like this, and then looks me dead in my eye, takes my other hand, wipes his tear with it, kisses it, and then kisses me. Whoa, buddy. I'm not making it out of here, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, y'all. I start praying to God, and I'm just like, yo, I can't die like this. This can't be it. This can't be it. We get to my car, and I put my shit in the back seat. I go to open up the front door so I could get into the car, and flips again, slams my door shut, says, you're not fucking going nowhere. I immediately grab my phone, call my friend, and I say, you got my location. His name is, say his whole government name, and I say, call the fucking cops right now. And he's like, no, wait. And I say, get the fuck out of my way, or the police gonna be here right now. He gets out of my way. I get in the car, I block him on everything. Never speak to the man again. Months later, y'all, I get a DM from this girl, because I had a podcast with my bestie at the time, and I waited a while to talk about the situation, but then I finally did. I get a DM from this girl, and the girl literally goes, hey, did you used to date so-and-so? If so, I really need to talk to you. My interest is piqued. I respond, and I'm like, I wouldn't say I dated him, but like, the man is bananas. Like, stay away from him. And she's like, I wish I knew ahead of time. She said he would talk about me all the time, and told her that he used to date me, and that I was the baddest bitch ever, and that she don't compare to me, and all this shit. And then she sends me 10 pictures, y'all. 10 images. They dated for 2 months. She says, I'm filing a case because look what he did to me, y'all. She was bruised up from her ankles to her forehead. The man, like, beat her down. Oh my God, y'all, trust your gut when you feel some shit. I literally apologized to her, and I know I didn't do anything, but I felt so bad. Y'all, some men are actually